All these trades, Sammy, JB, none involving the Toronto Maple Leafs. Sammy, your Toronto Maple Leafs. How do you feel about that? The things are quiet right now.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a little conflicted here because as a fan, you love transactions. There's few things that get the fan base as horned up as transactions do. It really is a remarkable thing. But at the same time, I'm looking over these deals today, and none of them I'm like, I sure wish the Leafs did that. Like, can you talk me into the Adam Henrique one? Sure. Like, I guess you could have traded the first, but maybe that's just more of longing for a transaction. But none of the trades that happened today am I like, that changes them. That gives them a better chance of beating the Florida Panthers or beating the Boston Bruins.
Not to correct you, but like to disagree, I guess.
Yes.
Colorado got way better.
For sure. I agree.
Middlestat and Walker.
Middlestat, who is the Leafs equivalent of Middlestat or like of Bourne and Byram? Like, is it going to be?
They don't have it. To your point, they couldn't have made that deal.
Yeah, that one to me is not even really a Leafs equivalent. They're not going to be like, yeah, sure, we'll take Lilligren. David Camp for Bourne Byram or Lilligren for whatever. It's just, I'm conflicted. I want a transaction. I think they need help, but at the same time, they got nothing. Boys, I tried to do a fake trade thing today because you guys told me to do it.
Yes, we did.
I woke up this morning at 8:30, and I was working on it till noon. It's hard. Brad is in a really hard spot here. There is not a lot to work with. When you don't have picks and all your players kind of make what they make, and you have no real prospects outside of like two really good ones,
lots of trades and no moves.
You woke up and sweated it out for like 3 hours.
I was grinding.
Be Brad Tree living right
He's
now.
months into this here.
And the moment you got named general manager way back when, this is all you've done every day.
Yeah.
Is look around the league and going, okay, how many picks have I got to work with? What do I got? Who can I move?
I just picture Brad sitting in front of a fireplace in the dark, no lights on his house, swirling a glass of brandy once in a while, just going, Dubas. Dubas. Just nothing to work with.
No, I really do. As I was sat down and tried to go through it and looked at I looked at Saravelli's trade board and who he had and thought about what they could do. They really are limited and they're getting left behind, like second round picks for Wenberg, right? They don't have
lots of seconds, yeah.
Like second round picks are a huge bargaining chip at deadlines. Yeah. They don't have one. First round picks, it's like if they trade the 2025 first round pick, they're not showing up for the draft. It's like they are really, really strapped. I'm not just coming to this realization now, but when I sat down to do it, it's like I kind of felt for Brad a little bit.
Yeah.
I did.
I get it. So what have your thoughts been on the trades, Kip? Was there any that happened that you went, the Leafs missed a chance here?
No, not at all. I think, Walker, for sure.
Yeah.
Like that's a significant addition, I think, to Colorado, a guy that could skate, move the puck.
Mm-hmm. You think they, the price they ended up paying for him.
That wasn't cheap. And the Leafs, I don't think were willing to go there.
I also think, they paid a first to Philly, but part of that is for the courtesy of taking Johansson off their hands. So it's more like a second.
First, don't get involved until you get the sweetener. Mm-hmm. So you're right. That was a second until they would eat Ryan Johansson's contract.
Yeah.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, still has another year. It's not like you're buying it the rest of the year. Does he still not have another year?
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Like that's a significant.
Yeah, Kip, you're right.
Yeah, this year and next year.
Yes. So that's why it goes to a first. Mm-hmm. And Seattle couldn't get a first for Wenberg. They tried really hard, but they couldn't do it. So they end up with, a second and a fourth, you said, Sammy?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a seller right now, you probably haven't loved how today has shaken out. Like the Tarasenko one is different, right? Because he had a no move and kind of only wanted to go to Florida.
Why did you cringe when you mentioned Tarasenko to Florida? Because you think they got better?
I do.
A lot better?
No, but that's just one extra guy. I know you've always kind of...
He's a wild card for me.
You haven't loved him. You've never loved him. And the 3 years we've done this show together,
I think
you bristle when he gets brought up.
I think he's high maintenance.
For sure.
I think he's a guy that he needs to be happy first, and then I can be happy for the team.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be. I can't fake it.
I also think when you look at that package they got for him, he clearly motivated to go there because that was probably what ended up being the price. Wants to go there, is a UFA, going to the best team in the league, going to not be the number one scoring option. It's a really good situation for him to go into.
Yeah, he's probably going to be the better version of his happy self.
100%.
Given that he's where he is and he won't play top competition. But Kip,
Where's he going to play, right? I mean, who's he bumping out? How much of a power play can he get? And if he's not, is he going to sulk? Is he going to...
I sneaky like it from if you're a Leafs fan hoping for some sabotage. It's like he could be a dissident if he's unhappy and he's not getting ice he wants, the power play he wants.
We saw it in St. Louis.
And it doesn't always defend, with the ferocity of some of the typical Panthers players.
Now, saying that, I've been around the game long enough to understand if you've got a strong room, then you can overcome a guy with, on occasion, drags his lip into the dressing room.
You know what my thought was? And if you're Florida, what you're hoping for is marrying Gaborik. Remember, Gaborik goes there at the deadline, kind of a one-way scorer. LA needed some scoring, and he ended up signing a big contract for them, and the contract didn't work out. But he was great for them on their first Stanley Cup run, or their second, whichever one it was. He could be that. He could go there, be awesome for them, shoot it in the net a bunch, and all you got to do is win one cup, and you're happy.
There is some thought, too, that if the Leafs may have wanted to shore up some depth, they could add another forward, a guy that can slip in on a third-line checking role. Would that have been Wenberg? Would that have been Middlestat?
Middlestat I like.
You do, eh?
I do like Middlestat a lot.
I liked him a lot more earlier in his career.
Yeah, keep in mind, I watch Buffalo never these days. So.
Yeah, but he was that hotshot World Junior kind of star.
Yep.
That came out with a lot of sizzle and never found an early fit with Buffalo. I think he was sent down. He was hurt too, I think, on occasion. So it was a slow start. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but he's the leading scorer at the point that he got traded today.
He's
for
got
Buffalo.
47 points this year, which I like.
So he's had a good run.
When you score on a bad team like that, it says something. And I like that he's 25 years old. I like that he's 6'1", 200. Like I think that's a guy that can play and he plays two-way hockey. So, I understand, maybe he's not been what people thought he would be, but I think he's a useful guy.
To me, that's a really interesting trade from both perspectives because Bowen Byram was like...
Two teams giving up on a guy.
For sure.
Yeah.
But it's two guys... I wouldn't say... Yeah, I guess giving up. But Byram was, in that cup run, was a revelation.
Unbelievable.
He was there.
He skates like
he was an amazing player. And then he had the concussion issues, and he hasn't really been the same since. But if you get him back to 75% of what he was for them in that playoff series with him and Dahlin and Owen Power, it's like you're starting to really build something on the back end. But it's a big risk.
It is, but I wonder if you're Buffalo and you're not like, Colorado's going on these deep playoff runs every year. He's had some concussion problems. We're not going to make the playoffs. He can have 5 months off before we play an NHL hockey game to get right, get acclimated, and then you try to, you're taking, it's a high risk, high reward. Maybe he's injury prone. You never get the best of him. Maybe he's a top pair defenseman in the league that you're getting at 22 years old. So I like the risk on their behalf. If they think Middlestat's just going to be then I like the risk. The Henrique to Edmonton one. Yeah. I know we're doing the NHL hour here, but
we can do more.
I'd do that one if I were the Leafs. I would have done that one. Carrick is Noel Achari. He is literally Noel Achari.
You would have liked both of them?
Yep.
And then what? You waive Gregor, or you just open up the room?
Yeah, it does. It certainly would change things.
But that was expensive for Edmonton.
Well, yeah, because I didn't realize they also gave Tampa a fourth
pick.
and a fourth to Tampa to eat more money.
Yeah.
So yeah, first, a fourth, and a fifth.
That's not cheap.
No.
I don't know.
Leafs don't want to do that.
The Leafs can't. To Sam's point earlier,
it's the retention that's costing teams these extra.
They were down that path on a couple occasions in the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm. They've spent a lot.
They spent a lot already. Is there?
So for it's Henrique that's not enough if you're going to do this, because I know you're not opposed to all in. You've been pushing all in for a month.
I would like Henrique too.
Yeah.
I just don't know if that's going to put you over the top. Now, you're going to tell me that you've somehow found a way to get Colton Parayko here and Henrique, and now I'm feeling a lot better about the Toronto Maple Leafs and
Sure.
all in.
Yeah, but now you don't have a first, you don't have Minton, you don't have a fourth, you don't have, there's.
Did you see their draft in 2025?
They don't have one.
They don't have one.
There's no draft.
There's no draft.
Leafs don't need to show up.
The table will be empty.
Yeah, they might as well
Do
just.
they actually have no picks?
I think they have fourth.
No first,
Fifth.
no second, no third, no fourth, 2 fifths.
So technically,
They have 4 picks in the last 3 rounds.
if it's a 2-day draft again, they don't have to go on a Friday night, and they can
You're right.
sleep in Saturday morning.
Just get pickled and wake up in the Sphere the next morning. Like, what did I miss? Who's available?